Testing.
Play with friends. Face of the franchise.
Okay. Let's test this out. We'll go
Play
to.
with face of the franchise. Entering right
No.
bottom of screen.
No, no,
Create
no.
main avatar is selected. Entering main menu screen. Face of the franchise.
No, no, no. I hate that shit.
Play with friends.
We'll go
Face of the
to.
franchise is selected. Ultimate Team.
Hold on, let me get the headset on. It's dubbing. I haven't done YouTube in such a long time that okay. Well, this is much better. Oh, so you clip now shit on YouTube? This is a long time I've been on YouTube. Says live. There's no. What happened to like you could share this shit? Man, I haven't done YouTube in a while. It's more action.
Hello.
What's up, my friend? There's no. I haven't done YouTube in such a fucking long time. I have no idea how to fucking share this shit. What's up, Medicar? How you doing, man? Man, I haven't done YouTube in a while. I feel like a noob. I feel like a fucking noob. Alright, let's see what's going on with Madden here.
Franchise is selected.
Okay. The accessibility features are still the same.
Face of the franchise is selected.
Well, let's
Ultimate
go.
Team.
We'll
Play now.
go to play
Play
now.
now pop-up menu. You have 4 options. Play now is selected.
Mm,
Online head-to-head.
no.
Play now.
Is it
Pro
exhibitions?
Madden like.
Purple.
Play now.
Play now. Okay, so let's go to play now.
Entering play now live screen. You have 7 options. Favorite teams game Kansas City Chiefs at Chicago Bears is selected. Custom game is Super Bowl preview. Preseason primer Cleveland. Fresh starts and a final chapter Miami Dolphins at Tampa Bay Buccaneers is select. A new era begins in SF Green Bay Packers at San Francisco for Madden Country. Let's ride Dallas Cowboys at Denver Broncos is selected.
Oh, that's cool.
Fresh
They gave you
starts and a Super Bowl
the few
preview
games
Los
that
Angeles.
happened
Custom game
this
is
past
selected.
weekend.
Favorite custom game is selected.
Let's go to custom here.
Entering teams Cincinnati Bengals, Chicago Bears selected.
You know I gotta pick the Bears, son.
No side is selected. Away team selection Minnesota Vikings.
We'll go with, let's see. I'm interested to try out. Let's go with the Miami Dolphins here.
New Orleans, Baltimore, Las Vegas, New England, Carolina, Green, Detroit, New York, Jacksonville,
I should have just gone the other way. Like hello.
Cleveland Brown, Tampa Bay, Arizona, Kansas, Indy, Washington, Dallas, Philadelphia, Miami Dolphins selected.
There we go.
No side is selected. Home team selection Chicago Bears.
Okay, so I'm gonna try out the new passing mechanics just to see how that works out. I don't think there's gonna be any visual feedback to this, unfortunately, because I think it's more visual than anything else. But let's try it out. So we're only gonna be playing 5-minute quarters. This is just a trial. I do have it pre-ordered for the All Madden to get the 3-day early access. The only problem is that um, if you already pre-ordered it and you want it on your main account, you're not gonna get the trial because you already purchased the damn game. Um, so you have to go to another profile, get the EA trial for $5, and then play on that account. And then obviously when Madden's fully out in the next, I don't know, 12, 13 hours or whatever the fuck it is, then you can play on your main account. But it's fine. It's fine. We're playing the trial anyway, so it's all good in the hood.
No side. Home team selection Chicago Bears.
I will go
Ready.
Bears.
View Superstar X Factor skill level
Skill
option is
level.
set to rookie.
Let's put it on rookie. Let's try it out. Before we go to pro. I usually play on pro, but
Advanced settings submenu.
so
View
let's.
Superstar. Edit uniforms submenu.
Yeah, this doesn't
Advanced
really have
settings
much.
submenu.
Okay.
Cincinnati, Chicago Bears selected.
Alright.
Advanced settings submenu. Skill view ready.
Let's go.
Entering team select screen. Run inside is selected.
Run inside, huh?
Run outside. Throw it short.
Let's run.
Run inside.
That's new. That wasn't there before. At least I don't think. At least I don't think in Madden 22 it was there.
Defend outside run. Defend inside run.
We're gonna go.
Defend outs. Defend short pass. Defend medium pass.
We're gonna defend medium pass. If you want to play against Tyreek Hill, obviously you want to go play on top and just play deep passes because they do got speed. But we're just
Entering
trying
game
it out the
settings screen,
exhibition.
you have 9 options. Game style option is set to simulation.
Simulation.
Event type option is set to exhibition.
Exhibition,
Even teams
obviously.
option is set to off. Quarter length option is set to 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Accelerated clock option is set to off. Play
Okay.
clock remain. Stadium option is set to Bears.
Let's go to Bears.
Time option is set to 4:15 p.m.
Let's try.
Time option is set to 6:30 p.m. Time option is set to 1:00 p.m.
We'll try noon.
Weather option is set to clear.
Clear. Let's go
Weather
a little
option
bit.
is set to overcast. Weather option is set to partly cloudy. Weather option is set to windy.
Windy.
Weather option is set to light rain. Weather option is set to rain. Weather option is set to light snow. Weather option is set to random. Weather option is set to clear.
Let's go.
Weather option is set to partly cloud. Weather
go
option
light
is
rain.
set to windy. Weather option is set to light rain.
I like that. Light rain. Why not? Why not? Play with some elements.
It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Miami Dolphins and the Chicago Bears, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
Bit of a sloppy track here at Soldier Field. Still getting some of the wraparound rain bands of a low-pressure system that's hovered over Chicago the last couple of days. Straight ahead, we've got a good Welcome again, everybody, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and yes, the rain is falling now, and it is supposed to continue to fall throughout this game. So how do you think that will impact this contest?
Well, first and foremost, both quarterbacks are going to make sure the officials have those dry footballs coming in each and every play and standing over them sometimes with a towel before the center gets up there to snap it. Second thing is the focus of all the guys who handle the football. Do they wear gloves? Do they take them off? Will they carry the ball high and tight to make sure they have good ball security? That's paramount in a game like this.
Entering play call screen. Kickoff left. Kickoff left. Kickoff left. Kickoff right. Kickoff left. Kickoff left.
Okay, seems like we're kicking. Wow, it's hella loud.
Here's Cairo Santos now, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. From the 6. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Now Tua Tagovailoa gets set to lead this Dolphins offense for the first time.
For the second consecutive season, Tua's a starter and Miami's a team. Both had winning records, but missed the playoffs. His numbers, they weren't terrific. Only 2,600 yards and 16 touchdowns against 10 interceptions. But he also overcame fractured ribs early in the season to return and play well down the stretch. And don't forget, when he did come back, he led Miami to 6 straight wins, which kept them in the playoff race.
Let's go!
It still doesn't tell me there.
Start here is Tua. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A good start. One play, 10 yards.
Mike Gesicki's really emerged as one of the Miami Dolphins' primary targets, and he can run the entire route tree. We know he's dependable in the short areas, but he can also stretch the field down the middle. Career high 73 catches last season, and he gets another one here to move the chains.
It still doesn't tell me what they're running on offense. So it's still like Madden 22, you're still playing blind.
First carry for Raheem Mostert. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 and a 10.
Early down steps to put this offense in precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big body guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Okay, for you able to hear the playbook, you have to lower down the
draw play. Edmonds. No gain on
the sound effects.
Entering exhibition play now screen, you have 7 options. Call timeout is selected. Shell, stats, coaching, options. Quit game is selected. Options. Quit, resume.
Let's see, hold on.
Options. Pop-up menu. Controller. Accessibility. Settings is selected. Controller. Accessibility is selected. Settings is selected.
The settings?
Enter. Penalties is selected. Game options is selected.
No.
Player skill is selected. CPU skill. Visual feed. Volume control. Accessibility is selected. Volume control is selected. Entering volume control screen, you have 8 options. Master volume set to 100 is selected. Set to 100. Audio mix option is set to custom. In-game commentary set to 80. Stadium speaker set to 100.
Okay, that. Is that what I have to lower?
Set to 100. Stadium speaker set to 100. Set to 81.
Let's pick a lower this real quick. Let's go.
Set to 62. Set to 52. Set to 45. Set to 35. Set to 37. Set to 39. Set to 40. Crowd volume on the field set to 100. Crowd volume set to 100. On the field set to 100. Set to 86. Set to 78. Set to 77. Set to 76. Set to 75. Music set to 0. Menu SFX set to 100.
Alright, let's do that.
Entering settings screen. Entering exhibition play now screen.
More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Entering play call.
Okay, now you can hear better.
Return middle. Return left.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Here come the Bears, and at the helm is someone that they have a lot of hopes for leading this franchise. The 11th pick in 2021 out of Ohio State, Justin Fields.
Justin Fields endured some literal growing pains his rookie season, taking hits and being forced to run for it behind a porous offensive line. But he also had moments where he showed his upside.
Now you can hear better.
He did win 2 of his first 3 starts and had a 100-yard rushing game against San Francisco in Week 8. Several offseason changes in Chicago should help get Fields some help in year 2.
Well, let's we can hear the play clock counting down. There it is. You can hear it.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Option is set to formation. Option is set to I form. Strong. Weak. Gun. Goal line. Hail Mary. Special team. Single back. I form. Deep low. Cutty screen.
Here's 2nd and 9. Just a yard on that last run.
Cross button.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Cross button. Triangle button. R1 button. Circle button. Delay fade. Cross button.
One play action.
Cross
Fields
button.
out to
Square
his
button.
left.
Square button.
The
Cross
Dolphins
button.
get there this time.
Oh,
And bring him down. Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins.
It always
Wow.
helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board.
That was he said that last year.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 12 options. Punt is selected.
Alright, let's punt the ball.
4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. Back deep for Miami, Jalen Waddle.
I don't feel the vibration for the
And
kick.
now
I
a
could be doing it
low liner.
wrong.
I think he mishit it. Looking into the raindrops and he muffs it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach can
Sure doesn't tell you
and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy.
what player on offense they are in.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Entering exhibition play now screen. You have 7 options. Resume is selected.
Now see that right there is the problem. To double team Tyreek Hill, to have the free safety and the corner to watch him, there's no way of telling or knowing what offense they're running and how many wide receivers they have on the field. So you're still playing mismatch.
And prevent. 3G blitz. Prevent. 3G blitz.
So let's go blitz. So it doesn't change. The audio ball doesn't change.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Formation. Plan. There are 7 categories.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go with Mostert. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to small up the ball carrier.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. On the screen, this is Edmonds. And he's going to lose yardage here.
Oh, they got Chase Edmonds. Okay.
And that's going to bring up the 4th down.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories. Base lock left.
We're scoreless after 1. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter.
Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories. Low block left. Base lock left.
And the first play will be a field goal try. From the left hash, this from 46.
Get that.
And that'll be off the crossbar and out. It's short. He couldn't get it there. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was a crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Cross button. Cross button. Cross button.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Cross button.
All right, let's try X.
Cross button.
Here's
Cross
Fields.
button. Triangle button.
That's complete right side to Komet. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
Cross button. Triangle button. Out left. Cross button.
Throwing on 3rd down. Fields.
Triangle button.
And again back to Komet. And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Entering play call, coach suggestions, kick, punt, FD, flat, punt.
Now here's Trenton Gill now.
The vibration's still out there for punting. Or kicking the ball.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. We sort of suspected that the elements might wreak havoc on both of these offenses, and that's been the case. No points on either side as this drive begins with a first down.
Cover one. Cover one, robber.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line.
Let's try blitz
to
here.
give him any space. He realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
On 2nd and 7, Tua. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Let's try playing zone.
Entering play call, zone blitz free G, LB blitz free, WS blitz, overload free scheme, WS blitz free, overload free scheme.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're not 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Webster now to return. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play.
Entering play call.
We remind you in just a couple of minutes we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far.
Double slant. Jet pass FKs. Double slant.
Let's try double slant.
Cross button. Circle button. Triangle
on
button.
1st down,
Triangle
Fields.
button. Triangle
No,
button.
bottled up fumble. It's out.
Oh my
It's
God.
loose. And the Dolphins have got it.
Wow.
A defensive-minded coach loves to bring the heat, brought the heat there, and it worked out.
And nowadays, all those defensive-minded coaches, for them, it's all about getting the football. I went into one facility, and as soon as you walked into the defensive room, there was a football, like on a spring, and each guy that walks in that plays has to act like he's knocking the ball free. They want those instincts created. They want them to think about that all the time, and that's what they try to preach.
Man blitz, there are 9 thunder smoke.
That's a problem too. When they're on defense, you couldn't tell if he was blitzing right there. To audible out.
Following the fumble recovery, here's Tua. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Tua going to try and go quickly here. From the 41, Tua. His throw incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteed he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Now Tua. He'll go out to the flat for Edmonds. And he is going to lose yardage here. So they're losing 5 yards yardage.
Entering
It kind of
play
works
call.
like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Now the veteran Thomas Morstead on to punt it away.
Go
He's been a
someone.
busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where the...
Let's see here.
Entering exhibition play now screen. You have 7 options. Resume is selected.
Hold on.
12:26 p.m. Voiceover off.
No, not voiceover off.
Voiceover on. 12. Unlocked. The site was watching. Connect. But not now. Button. Cellular. Net tier set. Cellular. Net tier set. Watching YouTube on. Watching you. Connect. Not now. Button. Midcar. Hello. Add reaction. Chat message. Send. Send. Chat. Add. Midcar. Learn more. But welcome to live chat. The site was 1. Testing. 1. Flashlight. Night sky.
There's a problem. It's still the same game.
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
Yeah,
right?
he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Trail shape.
Alright, let's try trust route.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Can I audible to a run?
A minute to go here. What's been an even first half all tied up?
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. Couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
And some room to work. There he goes, right side. The 40.
He left.
20. 10. Touchdown, Chicago. Khalil Herbert, 95 yards. And the Bears post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. After a fairly uneventful first quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The first quarter, almost like a feeling out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they ramped things up just a little bit to start the second quarter.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point.
Alright, let's see if I can do this extra point.
And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown.
Left is selected.
You can hear the rain.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. From the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And the Dolphins with one final possession here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Special goal line, prevent. Free key, you have cover to drop.
19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
3 deep blitz. 1 double bus.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcoming everyone to our downtown Orlando studios in this EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, time for a check of the next-gen stats from that first half for Miami. And they did not do much at all in terms of throwing the football in those first 2 quarters. That's going to need to improve if they want to erase this deficit. Meanwhile, for the Bears, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
Throw it short.
Both these teams getting a chance to dry out, maybe change their cleats if need be. But halftime's just about over. Time to get back to it. And for the call of the second half, here's Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Well, the Bears offense set to go to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Third quarter starting with a run from Montgomery. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. Back to Montgomery on second down. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
We could get 1 yard, right? It's possible.
And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out.
Seriously?
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Inside zone.
Well, that's a tough, costly penalty, because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start.
That's what I get for trying to hike the ball.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Entering play call. AHP inside zone. 24. Pass print HB flat. AHP stretch.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Entering play call. Player, error, unplanned, error, player, Darnell Mooney, Byron Pringle. Byron, on misdirection. And around leg.
Let's try in the wrong.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining.
That takes a while
here in this third quarter.
This play takes a while to take place because I was trying to hike the ball real quick and it wasn't working. All right, let's see if we can do it again. Here we go. The delay hike.
Well, now they'll try the end around. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. That really sets them back. A loss of 6.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
I didn't hit R2 to run.
Entering play call. Corner stops. Player, error, Cole commit. Byron Print, Darnell Mooney. Darnell, Pa-X first cross. Bench. Pa-X first cross.
Let's try a cross play.
Nightmare start to the drive as they're already staring at 2nd and long.
Cross button.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
Triangle button.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
You gotta time it though, and be pretty quick with your buttons.
Entering plate, stick, bench, a convex wided, stick, a convex wided.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 34.
We're gonna audible out.
Cross button, triangle button.
Run play. There should be a run play.
Up the middle, it's Montgomery. 43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
On misdirection, Pa-X post cross, quick slant.
Let's try a quick slant.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Cross button.
RX.
Cross button.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Pa-X first cross. Flood. R1 button.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Entering
back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4.
Circle button.
action. It's Fields. And down he goes.
Oh my God.
They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Give the sack to Jerome Baker. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you took your line and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, the next-gen stats going to illustrate just how quickly a quarterback has to process everything, as he was on the ground in under 3 seconds, 2.9 to be precise. And the play clock is going to run out here.
All right, hold on.
They're in no hurry to get a play off.
I was trying to find a punt. What the fuck?
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Entering play call. Field goal, sick punt.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on to kick it away.
I don't feel a vibration for the pump meter.
How about this, a fake?
Circle button. Circle button.
Oh, this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. And the Dolphins are right back in this football game.
How was that a fake punt? It said punt. Wow.
Miami's offense set and ready to go. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. Now this series could very well determine our outcome.
Big nickel. Nickel.
Alright, we're gonna go nickel because they're probably gonna go three wide receivers.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10, right at the 30. He'll start things out by handing to Edmonds. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Overload freeze heat. Overload blitz. Cover 4 quarters.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Again, they run with Edmonds. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
Now a 3rd down throw, and misses the target, incomplete. Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses because the offenses are finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion forced there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
That'll go as a punt of 32 yards, and the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
Action pass 8. Option is set to first play action pass 8. Screen pass. Option is set. Run. Counter. AHB counter WK. AHB misdirection. AHB misdirection.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. And some space here. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 59 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They'll get 6 on the play, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
10 subcategories. Option is set to counter 4 plays. You have 7 options. Round is selected.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
Play type. 2 RB bar 2 T bar 1 WR. 1 RB bar 1 T bar 3 WR. Tight YY. Inside zone split.
2nd down and 4.
So it's this information that I would need to know what the other offense is doing, because so they went 3 wide receivers and do anything you want from me. You can run, you can pass.
Middle to Montgomery, and he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56.
But unfortunately, I'm not going to know what my offense or defense person is playing running, so you're still playing blind. Because you can go 3 wide receivers and look like you're going to pass, but you do a run, and vice versa, but you're still playing blind, unfortunately. I mean, I can audible out of it. I know what I'm doing, but still.
This is Montgomery. And they'll get this down to the 10. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
Entering play call, tight wire off, 14 categories, PHP zone WK.
And off comes to Montgomery. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
PHP zone WK. Forward slide. Bench switch. Zone fake jet. Stick. Bench switch. Forward slide. PHP zone WK.
Let's see if we can get it in here for a touchdown.
Montgomery. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the great move out of the bag, but couldn't do a ton with it. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They're gonna crowd it up.
Hi there, Cyclist 1. I'm
Yeah.
stream.
What's going on, man?
Accessibility improvements from last US version?
No, it's the same.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that.
Unfortunately, it's the same mechanics.
I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him.
It's still not knowing what my offense or defense is running. You're still playing blind.
Circle button. Triangle
They
button.
snap it.
The passing.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the Dolphins celebrate their goal line stand.
I mean,
Entering exhibition play now screen. You have 7 options. Resume is selected.
the passing is still timing. You know, If you want to turn off and play the classic way where you could just hit X and circle, and they'll tell you who's opening. You could time it that way, or you could use the little meter stick with using the left right joystick, and then hit the button. So hitting the left joystick, either left, right, up, and then whatever button is your wide receiver, square, triangle, X, or circle. The only problem with that is that you're not gonna know what button's your wide receiver, right? Because usually, what is it? Your number one wide receiver, I don't know if it changed. Before it used to be X, maybe it's circle. The problem is, if you want to hit your main guy, I don't know if they keep changing that up.
Entering play 46.
See right here, you don't know what defense they're running. I mean, what offense they're running.
Cover 2. Cover 2. There are 9 categories. 2 invert hard flat.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
Entering exhibition play now screen, you have 8 options. Resume is selected.
So right here, you're still playing blind because, like I said, you could go personnel and go 3 wide receivers or 4 wide receivers, and you don't know if they're going to do a run or pass. Obviously, they're going to pass here because it's no time on the clock left. But if this is, a regular game, you're still playing blind. You have no idea what offense they're running or what personnel they're running.
So this is where you absolutely have to forget everything that's happened in your previous drives. They don't matter right now.
Entering exhibition play now screen, you have 9 options. Resume is selected.
Also, if it's really loud, so you have to kind of fuck with the audio and go with your preference, because the in-game stuff is really loud. And if you're trying
will not be buying Madden again this year. I will wait for it to come out on Game Pass and play the game.
If you're trying to play the game with trying to hear the playbook, you have to fuck around with the audio for you to even hear the playbook. It's just not. It's the same. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. Hearing it, like, I gotta talk louder because it's because I'm talking through my headset, so it's loud as hell.
Here's Tua. Under pressure and down he goes in the end zone, and that's his safety. What a gut punch. That should be the nail in the coffin with those 2 points, making this a 2-score game now with time, Charles.
The meter for the kicking doesn't really tell you anything right now.
Small chance to get down the field, but guess what? This one's now just about over.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field, and they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
Yeah, we're gonna kneel.
The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee.
Brent, I can just tell you from experience, there's nothing like pitching a shutout on defense. But even more so when it's
right here, it does not read their
every defensive play is crucial.
Their defense.
And you don't give up any points. Boy, they're going to feel awfully good about themselves after this one.
Yeah, exactly. The offense wasn't humming, but hey, all they needed was you can't score 1 point. All they needed was 2 points. Well, you can't score 2 points on offense. All they needed was at least 3. They got what they needed.
They got what they needed. Exactly right.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And not all W's are created equal, CD. And this one came in shutout fashion.
Well, their offense certainly didn't need to do anything, right? They could take the day off, and they did. But the defense, they carried them in a big way.
Yeah, look, the offense obviously stuff to work on, but they did enough, and the defense carried the load.
But you know what they say, it's always fun to work on things if it didn't go well in your game with a victory in your pocket. And that's what they've got going forward.
Entering post-game screen, you have 6 view highlights is selected. Player stats, team stats, score summary, restart is finish game is selected.
I mean, there are a few
Entering play now.
extra,
you
like
options. Favorite teams game: Kansas City Chiefs at Chicago Bears is selected.
I mean, there are a few extra commentary stuff that is there, and then there's some of the old stuff that's always been there. Depending on what you're doing in the game, it's kind of repetitive, repeating the same kind of commentary from last year into this year, and then they add some wrinkles here and there, obviously.
Custom game is select. Super Bowl preview. Los Angeles Rams at Los Angeles Chargers is entering main menu screen. Play now. Learn to play. Ultimate team.
I mean,
Learn to play.
this right here, you can go here,
Learn
right?
to
So learn to play, right?
Menu, you have two options. Skills trainer is selected.
So there's skills trainer, right?
Team practice.
Team practice.
Skills trainer.
Right? But you can go in here.
Entering team select screen. The Chicago Bears, the home team, are Cincinnati Bengals. Chicago.
Right. So let's go to the Bears, right?
Skill level option is set to rookie.
Let's just put a rookie, whatever, right?
Entering skills trainer screen. Help. I'm new to Madden.
Right. So let's just say you're new. Let's say you're new to Madden. You don't know what the fuck you're doing. You want to learn this shit, right?
Basic offense.
Or basic offense. Let's go to basic offense. Right.
Entering basic offense screen. You have 5 options. Ball carrier moves is selected.
Completely blind. Streaming Pokemon Fire Red/Leaf Green.
So.
Celebration logo.
Celebration.
Ball carrier moves. Red zone offense. Ball carrier moves.
Let's go to ball carrier. Alright? You're supposed to hike the ball. Right? You hike the ball, but you don't know what the hell you're doing over here. See? This doesn't read. Nothing. 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 Hit it again. Nothing.
Cross button. Cross button.
Now, I guess you're supposed to time this. So let's try timing it.
R1 button. Cross button.
But this still doesn't tell you. I don't know if there's a menu there or letting you know something. Because I can hit X. I hit X again.
R1 button.
I just hit R1. See?
Entering exhibit.
That doesn't
Game
read.
is selected. Entering. Yes, exit to menu.
So that doesn't really help you all much. I mean, if you're new to Madden, how are you gonna know what the hell you're doing if that doesn't read? So let's go. That's what I always wanted to test out, the franchise mode. Let's see how far.
Play now. Ultimate team. Franchise is selected.
Let's see how far this accessibility has gone.
Entering current friend. Search available. Create new league.
Okay, so we're just gonna create a
Entering
new league.
Cloud active. Cloud real life roster. Entering CFM starting point screen.
This doesn't read either. This used to read.
Minnesota Vikings. Chicago Bears.
Let's go with the
Entering
Bears.
customize screen. Change role. Use custom league settings.
Alright.
Use league
Let me
settings.
see if anything changed here.
Game style. League type. Instant starter option. Trade deadline. Trade type option. Coach firing off. Salary cap. Superstar. Ability ed. Relocations. Staff talent cost. Injury option is set to on. Pre-existing in practice. Career clock. Progressive fatigue. Practice injury option is set to on.
Okay, all that
Entering
nonsense.
customize. Change role. Use custom code. League settings. Entering. Select your team screen. Since Chicago Bears. Entering. Customize screen. Change role. Start playing.
Alright.
Entering franchise hub screen home. Manage staff is selected.
I finally tamed a beast of a T-Rex vertical line art mega modded at number 16. Attention.
Manage roster is selected. Play preseason game is manage. Home you have 9. Depth chart. Adjust lineup. Depth chart. Entering.
What do they have,
Depth 1. Player name J Fields. Position QB. Morale modified overall 74.
74.
Morale 50. Speed rating 90. Acceleration rating 91. Agility rating 90. Change of direction 88. Strength rating 65. Awareness rating 63. Throw power rating 92. Short throw accuracy 85. Medium throw accuracy 82. Deep throw accuracy 83.
So he's average at best in
Short throw accuracy 85. Throw power rating 90. Short throw accuracy 85.
So short passes, we're talking what? 5 yards? Maybe 5, 10 yards. You can hit that.
Ball carrier vision 87.
What's
Depth
this?
2. Player name K. Herbert.
Oh,
Position HP. Player name E. Montgomery. Position
Montgomery, what they
HP.
have him as?
Morale modified overall 84.
84. Okay.
Entering weeks. Manage staff is select. Manage roster. Home you have 4 options. Franchise. Team schemes. Formations. Auto subs. Franchise staff.
This never was helpful either.
Welcome to your franchise staff. Here you find the right coaches to hire for your staff and upgrade them to help improve your team both on and off.
View talent tree. Select game day goal. You have 3 options. View talent tree is selected. Entering franchise hub screen home. Weekly strategy is advanced. Weekly strategy is selected.
Welcome
Entering
to Weekly
preseason week 1
Strategy.
screen.
Each week you can find valuable information about your upcoming opponent. You can choose one game plan focus with pros and cons that will carry over into game day. There is a recommended focus already selected, or you can choose from 6 different options. This shows some basic stats about your upcoming opponent. You can also view more specific play calling information by accessing the full report. This is how you access the new player health screen. Each week you'll have to monitor your team's overall health with our new progressive fatigue system.
Okay, but it doesn't read, does it?
Defend outside run. Defend deep pass. Defend medium. Defend short pass. Entering preseason week 1 screen. Player health.
Doesn't say anything. It just says player health.
The new player health screen is where you can manage your team's fatigue. Select the practice intensity for the week by choosing full pads or half pads with risks and benefits for each. There is a setting that allows you to let the CPU manage this for you.
Did that, yes, okay, but this is a little bit much improved.
Set up practice reps for each position, as these choices will factor into the amount of XP, game boosts, and fatigue recovery earned for the week.
Practice intensity option is set to half pads. Look option is set to split. Look option is set to backups.
Okay, so let's try this.
Option is set to starters. Look option is set to split.
Split that one.
Ray option is set to starters. Look option is set to split.
Okay, that's left outside linebackers.
Ray option is set to starters.
Right.
Ray option is set to split.
Split.
Ray option is DT option is set to starters.
Starters,
Low
give them
hold
tackle.
option is set to starters. MLB option is set to starter. Row hold option is set to starter. CB option is set to starter. FS option is set. SS option is set to starter. SS option is set to split. FS option is set to split. SS option is set to SS option is set to backups. SS option is set to starters. CB option is set to starters. Entering preseason week 1 screen. Player health. Choose defensive gun plan focus is selected. Entering week advance week play preseason. Manage roster is manage staff is selected. Manage roster. Home you have 9 depth NFL race signed players. Team salaries. Race signed players.
Alright, let's see if if they change any of this stuff.
Team improved team injury report. Trade center. Free agents.
Okay.
Entering. Player name C. Harris Jr. Player name Mo Beckham Jr. Position WR. Player age 29. Overall grade 88. Contract length 1.
1 year.
Contract salary $12.3
$12.3 million. Let's say they change this. If I could
Player
sign him.
name Mo Beckham Jr.
Huh?
This
have
is the
5
player card.
options.
Here
Overview
you can
is
see your
selected.
strengths and weaknesses by looking at your archetype ratings.
Doesn't read it because I can't see it.
Here are a player's motivations. How well your team aligns with each player's motivations will determine how interested that player is in re-signing with your team or joining your team as a free agent.
Motherfucker, you better sign with me, bitch. So let's try this. Nothing.
Entering. Attention pop-up. Are you sure you want to sign this player? Yes. Yes.
But look, it
No.
doesn't read out the attributes here because I'm right here.
Player A. Position WR.
Alright.
Player name Mo Beckham JR.
So Odell Beckham, right? I
You
just hit
have
X.
5 options. Overview is selected.
Let's see. Let's see. I'm hitting the D-pad.
Motivations / overview.
Alright, hold on. So now it's not the D-pad. So let's go. It's the what the fuck are the buttons here? Not L2, R2. It's the L1, R1 button.
Ratings.
Okay, so we got rating,
Overview.
overview, right? You know, see?
Motivations
There's
/
motivation.
tags. Progression history.
Progression,
Health.
his health,
Ratings.
rating. Alright,
Overview. Motivations / tags.
let's see. But it doesn't read anything.
Overview. Motivations / tags.
I'm able to toggle through the setting thing,
Progression history.
but this doesn't read.
Motivations / tag. Overview. Entering. Attention pop-up. Are you sure you want to sign this player? Yes. No. Motivations / tags.
No. Hitting X, square, start, triangle. Nope.
Progression history. Motivations / overview. Ratings.
No. It
Overview.
still doesn't tell me
Entering.
anything.
Attention pop-up. Yes.
Let's see if we want to sign him.
Entering. Success pop-up. WR Odell Beckham Jr. has been signed to $1 year $12.35 contract. Okay.
So you signed him.
Position CB.
It still doesn't tell you.
Entering entering franchise hub screen home.
It's the same problem as signing him. What if I want to sign him lesser than to 12.3 mil?
Advance week is selected. Play preseason game is selected. Manage roster is selected. Manage staff is selected. Weekly strategy is selected. Advance weekly strategy is selected. Manage staff is selected. Manage roster. Play preseason game is selected. Advance week is home. You have 2 options. You have 8 next week. You have 8 options. Sim to regular season is selected. Entering. Attention pop-up. You have sim head. Choose draft class. Set season goal is select. Advance week is select. Set season goal is selected.
Meeting your
Entering
season goal comes with
screen.
higher
You have 2
rewards,
options.
but
Objective
also
option
higher
is set
risk.
to 4 wins is selected. Commit your goal for the year. Objective option is set to 7 wins. Objective option is set to 4 wins. Objective option is set to 7 wins. Objective option is set to make the playoffs. Objective option is set to win the Super Bowl. Commit your goal for the year.
That's vibration.
Objective option. Commit your goal for the year. Entering week's opening day keys is selected. Choose draft class.
Let's see.
Opening day keys is selected.
Does this still read? Or does it doesn't read at all? See, this part doesn't read. There's like little questions you answer, and depending on what question you answer, obviously it goes with the interview. I just hit X, nothing. So I usually skip any of this stuff. Nothing. Nothing. Nothing.
Entering week schedule. Enter. Hire and assign scout. Choose draft class. Hire and assign scouts is selected.
Alright,
Weekly strategy is
let's say
upgrade players. Manage staff is manage roster. Play season game. Advance week is choose draft class. Hire and
View your
news.
team's saved snapshots or follow the top stories and reactions from around the league in the News tab.
let's see.
Top stories. Top story.
Quickly
League
review the
entering
league's
news
top
screen.
performers and the current week schedule from the League tab, or use the options on the left to view things like league history or season stats.
Kyler Gordon on Bruce Rivers says, Casey, he was physical and tough. It was exciting to see vertical line Chicago Bears. Attachment.
Stats ampersand awards. Schedule. Options franchise settings. Home you have 8 options. Hire and assign scout. League enter. Stats ampersand. X factor. League transaction. League history. League trend. Options franchise settings. League enter. League history. Schedule. Stats ampersand awards. X factor database. Stats ampersand awards. Entering. Stats screen. Player stats. Legacy leaderboard. Player stats. Player name TC Meehan. Position QB. Passing yard 0. Entering season stats screen. Player stats. Entering week schedule. Stats ampersand. League history. League transactions. Generic list item. Generic list item. Generic list item.
That doesn't read.
Entering week schedule. Stats ampersand. League news reactions. Stefania Bellat S. League entering news reactions. Stefania Bellat SBELLEA. Stefania Bell Jonathan Coachman at Fecochia. League entering league history. Stats ampersand X factor league transaction league history schedule. News reaction. Charles Davis at CDAVI. Charles Davis at CDAVI. Top stories. Season over for LG Roger Saffold III. Bills to be without SS Poyer. Season over. Dolphins MLB Baker injured, out. Titans to be without C. Jones. Prescott and Elliott 1 points versus Buccaneers. Raiders scheming for Bolts, Herbert. Minnesota hosts Green Bay in Week 1. Week 1, Bills take on the Rams. Draft update, South Carolina WR Jason Owens out for season. Cole Beasley, Seattle agreed to 1-year contract. Breaking, SS Tony Jefferson II joins Jaguars. Samson Abukan receives $4.1 million deal with Eagles. Reactions. Stefania Bell at SBELLEA. Top stories.
Okay, that's still the same
Enter.
stuff.
Yes. No. Home you have 8 advance week. Play season game is selected. Advance week. Home you have 2. You have 7 up. Next week. You have 7 up. Next week. You have 7 up. Next. You have 7 options. Enter. Sim head. Cancel. Sim head. Cancel. Sim head. Choose draft class. Mock draft to is. Advance week is selected. Play season game is. Manage roster is selected. Entering NFL stat. Rank 2. Rank 1. Team name Panthers. Team name Patriots. Total wins 6. Total losses 1. Team name Patriots. Team name Cowboy. Team name Falcon. Team name Packer. Team name Ravens. Team name Jaguar. Team name Rams. Team name Colt. Team name Jets. Team name Browns. Team name Command. Team name Bears. Team name Bears. Total wins 4. Total losses 3. Total ties 0. Win percentage 0 point. Points for 207. Points against 183. Streak -2. Home wins 1. Home losses 2. Home ties 0. Road wins 3. Road losses 1. Entering week schedule. Choose draft. Breakout EL is selected. Choose draft. Mock draft 2 is selected. Choose draft class. Entering. Choose it. Download from Madden Share. Deep auto generated rookie. Import local file. Download from Madden Share. Mock draft 2 is selected. Advanced week. Mock draft 2 is selected. You have entering mock draft screen 1 Gordon Ridley Ray projection top 5 talent completion 50% is selected. 2 Mike Howard rolled project 1 Gordon Ridley Ray projection. Press cross button to continue.
Gordon Ridley.
Region break scouts prospects mock drafts. Region break scouts prospects mock draft scouts region mock prospects. Entering week schedule. Choose draft. Break. Players ready to negotiate is selected.
What? What's this?
Entering
These
resign
players
players
are on the
screen.
last year of their contract. Re-sign them to avoid losing them next season.
Okay, so let's see who they are.
Player card. Start negotiations. You have 2 options. Start negotiate. You have 2 options. Start negotiate. Player card. You have 2 options. Start negotiate. Start nego. Player card. You have 2 options.
Choose from
Start
4 preset
negotiations is
offers that
selected.
range in level of risk.
Years option is set to 6.
6 years?
Option is set to neutral. Option is set to player
Testing.
friendly.
Hello. Hey there, Sightless
Hey,
One.
what's going
I'm
on,
a little
man?
late to the stream. Are there any accessibility improvements from last year's version? Thank
No.
you for that. It
the
looks like
same.
I will not be buying Madden again this year. I will wait for it to come out on Game Pass and play the game.
Option is set to 7.
Let's see.
Years option is set to 6. Salary option is set to $69M. Bonus option is set to $13.2M. Make offer. Option is set to custom offer.
Oh, who's this player?
Entering race I. You have 2 options. Start neg. You have 2 player card. You have 6 options. Upgrade is selected. Power back. Elusive back. Power. Receiving back. Elusive back. Overview. Upgrade. Motivations slash. Entering progression history screen. You have 81. Motivations slash tags. Upgrade. Overview. Ratings. Health. Entering progression history screen. You have 81 options. Health.
See, I don't know if this is
Ratings.
the... I know it's a running
Overview.
back, though.
Upgrade. Motivations slash tags. Upgrade. You have 5 options. Overview is view in-depth chart. Stats ampersand. View in-depth chart. Stats set as captain. Add to trade block. Trade away. Release. Edit player. Goals. Edit player.
What's his name?
Add to set as captain. Stats ampersand contracts. View in-depth chart. Goals. Edit player. Release. Edit player.
Let's see if I can tell by adding a player.
Entering race sign player screen. Player info. You have college option is set to Iowa State. First name. Last name. Position option is set to HP.
Yes.
Entering done editing pop. Discard change. Save change. Discard changes. Entering rate. Player card. You have 2 options. Start negotiations is select. Start negotiations. Option is set to player friendly. Option is set to neutral.
Neutral, player friendly.
Option is set to very player friendly. Option is set to custom offer. Option is set to team friendly. Option is set to neutral.
Let's go neutral.
Years option is set to 5. Salary option is set to bonus make offer.
What? Let's see.
Entering offer feedback screen. Entering race sign player screen. Player card. Offer submitted.
Yeah, does it
You
read
have
it to
two
you though?
options. Start negotiation. You have two options. Offer submitted is selected.
Okay, so you submit the offer.
Player card. Offer submitted. You have two options. You have two options. Start negotiation. You have two options. Offer submit. Player card.
So then how do you know
Entering
if he
week
wants...
sketch. Choose draft class. Entering warn. Yes. No. Advanced options franchise settings. Retire. Demand release. League entering. League history. League transact. X factor date. Stats amp. Schedule. League history. Schedule. News. Hyung, you have 13 up. Play season game is selected. Manage roster. Play season. Hyung. Entering. Skip simulates. Go to weekly strategy. Skip simulate. Go. Skip simulate. Go to weekly. Skip simulate strategy. Play offense only. Play full game. Play defense only. Advance week is selected. Hyung, you have two options. You have 6 options. Sim to playoffs is selected. Next week. You have 6 options. Sim to playoffs. Next week. You have 6 options. Sim to playoffs is select. Entering. Attention. Sim ahead. Scout college play. View playoff. Advance week is selected. View playoff bracket is selected. Sun 1 p.m. Sat 1 p.m. Sun 3:05 p. Sun 6:30. Sun 3:05. Sat 4:30. Sat 8:15 p.m. Sun 1 p.m. Sun 8:15 p.m. Entering weeks. Scout college. View play. Advance week is staff moves is selected. Manage roster is select. Manage staff is selected. Manage staff moves is selected. Entering NFL's rank 31, rank 32. Team name Texans. Total wins 3. Total losses 14.
God damn.
Rank 32. Rank 31. Team name Eagles. Team name Giants. Team name Dolphins. Team name Saints. Team name Dolphins. Total wins 4. Total losses 13.
Wow.
Total wins 4. Total wins 4. Team name Saints. Team name Vikings. Team name Steelers. Team name Lions. Team name Seahawks. Team name Lions. Total wins 6. Team name Team name Seahawks. Team name Buccaneers. Total wins 7. Total losses 10. Team name Buccaneers. Team name 49ers. Team name Eagles. Total wins. Team name Texans. Team name Texans. Team name Dolphins. Team name Steelers. Team name Eagles.
God, doesn't even tell you the AFC NFC thing. You have to
Total
like,
wins 4.
you kind of
Team
have to
name
like
Eagle.
go.
Rank 31. Team name Eagles. Team name Giants.
Yeah, so now we're in the NFC
Team
East.
name Saints. Team name
No,
Vikings.
not yet.
Team name Steelers. Team name Bengals. Team name Browns. Team name Ravens. G. Rank 1. Rank 9. Rank 20. Rank 26. Team name Steelers.
Okay,
Team
Steelers,
name Bengals. Team
Bengals,
name Browns.
Browns.
Team name Ravens. G.
Yeah, so it doesn't even tell you the
Team name Steelers.
what division you're in. You're gonna have to figure that one out yourself, just by clicking
Team name
the
Texans.
L2 button.
Total wins 3. Team name Texans. Team name Titans. Total wins 8. Total wins 12. Total wins 12. Team name Colts Y. Rank 3.
Wow.
Rank 29. Team name Dolphins. Team name Bills. Team name Jets. Team name Patriots Y. Total wins 12. Total wins 7.
The fucking Patriots
Team
into the
name
bitch.
Broncos. Team name Raiders. Team name Chargers. Team name Chiefs. Y. Total wins 11.
This is gonna be a good
Total
division.
wins 9.
Hell of a
Total
division.
wins 9. Total wins 7. Team name Broncos. Team name Raiders. Team name Chargers X. Team name Chiefs Y.
So the Chargers and Chiefs made it to the
Team
playoffs.
name Broncos. Team name Vikings. Total wins 5. Team name Viking. Team name Lions. Team name Bears. Team name Packers G. Team name Bears. Total wins 9. Total losses 8.
I don't think the Bears are gonna go 9-8. That's
Total wins 12. Total losses 5.
interesting.
Entering weeks. Entering franchise help. Upgrade players.
But
Advance week. Staff move. Advance week is home. You have 2 op. You have 5 op. Next week. You have 5 options. Sim to super. Entering. Attention pop up. Sim ahead. View yearly awards. View playoff bracket is select. Advance week is select. Manage roster. Advance week. Home you have 2 op. You have 3 options. Sim to draft is selected. Entering. Attention pop up. You have select. Sim ahead. Cancel. Sim ahead. Sim ahead. Cancel. Sim ahead.
alright, I'm gonna take the headset off because I don't need to.
New notifications. Headset disconnected.
This is Boston right now.
Manage staff is selected. Scout call. Start the NFL draft. Manage roster is selected. Start the NFL draft. Kick off the 2023 NFL draft and see if you can land the next superstar. You have 2 options. Start drafting is selected.
Now on the clock, the Texans.
Manage roster. View your draft. Skip ahead in the view your draft board. And 2 Gordon Ray projection top 5 talent completion 50%. 250 Justin Young QB projection pot of the talent completion 85%. 250 Justin Young QB projection pot of the talent completion 85%. 249 Brandon Goss QB projection pot of the talent completion 85%. 2 Mike Howard rolled project. 1 Max Hall QB projection top. 2 Mike Howard rolled projection top 5 talent completion 50%. 2 Austin Moran LT 3 Jason Miner Ray projection top. 4 Damian Gaines rolled project. 5 Wayne Moore 6 Rock 7 8 9 10 Floyd Underwood CB projection round 1 talent completion 50%. 11 Bryce Morrison HB projection 1 Mike Howard rolled projection top 5 talent completion 50%. 250 Justin 249 1 Mike Howard rolled projection top 5 talent completion 50%. 2 Jason Miner Ray projection top 5 talent completion 50%. 3 Damian Gaines rolled 4 Wayne Morrill LT projection round 1 talent completion 65%. 2 Damian Gaines rolled projection. 3 Wayne Morrill LT projection round 1 talent completion 65%. Entering weeks. Manage roster. View your draft board. Skip ahead in the view your draft board.
The Minnesota Vikings are now on the clock.
Teams. Formation subs. Team schemes. Formations. Team schemes. Auto subs. Franchise staff. Manage roster. Manage staff. View your draft. Skip ahead in the draft. Pause draft.
The Pittsburgh Steelers are now on the clock.
News. Home entering. New screen. Manage. View your draft board. Entering. 2 Wayne. 250 Justin. 1 Damian Gaines roll. Entering prospect card screen for player
The
any in
Detroit
games. You have 4
Lions now
options.
on the
Draft
clock.
player button is selected. Physicals. Skills. Scouting report. Physicals. Scouting report. Skills. Scouting report. Physicals.
Next up, it's the Seahawks on the clock.
Entering prospects screen 1 Wayne Morrill LT projection round 1 talent completion 65%, 250 Justin Young QB projection pot, UDFA talent completion 85%.
On the clock now, it's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
3 for Floyd Underwood CB projection round 1 talent completion 50%, entering franchise, manage roster, manage staff, view your draft board. Skip ahead in the draft. You have 4 options. Advance to next user
Next up,
pick.
it's the Dolphins on the clock.
Manage. You have 4 options. Franchise staff. Team schemes. Formation sub. Auto subs. Franchise staff. Manage roster. Manage staff. View your. Skip ahead. View your draft board.
The Seattle Seahawks are now on the clock.
2 dice Stanton rolled projection round 1 talent completion 50%. Entering prospect card screen for player Ty Stanton. You have 4 options. Draft player button is selected. Scouting report tab is selected.
The Bengals now on the clock.
Enter 250 just 2 dice Stanton 3 Max Beach rolled projection round 1. Entering prospect card screen for player Max Beach. You have 4 options. Draft player button is selected. Scouting report tab is selected.
It's the Tennessee Titans now on the clock.
Enter for Floyd Underwood CB projection round 1 talent completion 50%. Entering franchise hub screen home. Manage roster. Manage staff. View your draft. Skip ahead in the draft.
The Buffalo Bills are now on the clock.
News. Home entering. View. Skip ahead in the draft. Home you have 4 options. Advance to next pick is selected. Advance to next user pick. Advance to next pick. Advance to next round. Advance to next user pick.
The Chicago Bears are on the clock now.
Trade away pick. Manage staff. Trade away pick. News. Home entering. Manage roster. Make your selection. Home you have 2 simulate pick. Pick player. Simulate pick. Pick player. 3 Floyd Underwood CB projection round 1 talent completion 50%. Entering prospect card screen for player Benji Winter. You have 4 options. Draft player button is selected. Scouting. Entering prospect
pick,
card screen
the
for player
Raiders
Benji
are
Winter. You
on
have
the
2
clock.
options. Overview tab is selected. Skills. Overview. Skills. Entering weeks. Entering. Manage roster. Manage staff. View your draft board.
Now on the clock, the Los Angeles Chargers.
Manage roster. View your draft board. Skip ahead in the draft. Home you have 4 Advance to next user pick. Advance to next pick. Advance to next round. Advance to next user pick.
The Chicago Bears are now on the clock.
Manage staff. Trade away pick. Home you have 2 options. Review offer is selected. Decline all offers. Review offer. Generic list item. Generic list item. Entering. Attention pop-up. Are you sure you want to accept this offer? No. Yes.
We have a trade alert. This pick has been traded.
Entering
The
week
Las Vegas
schedule screen.
Raiders are on the clock.
Home entering. Manage. View your draft board. Skip ahead in the pause draft. Skip. View your draft board. Manage staff. Skip ahead in the draft. Home you have 4 advance to next user pick. Advance
The
to next pick.
Chargers are up now. They're on the clock.
News. Home and news. Top stories. Reactions. Top stories. Home entering. View your draft. Skip ahead in the draft. Home you have advance to next round. Advance to end of draft.
And now on the clock, it's the Arizona Cardinals.
Team schemes. Franchise staff. Formation sub. Team schemes. Formate. Auto. Franchise. Team schemes. Manage roster. View your draft board.
The Los Angeles Rams are up. They're on the clock.
Skip ahead in the draft. Pause draft. Skip ahead. Home you have advanced to next round. Advance to end of draft. Manage staff is selected. Manage roster is selected. Advance week is select. Manage roster. Home you have 7. Depth chart. NFL. Race sign. Team salary. Injury. Trade center. Entering trade center screen. Trade block. Upgrade position. Trade block. Upgrade. Manual trade. Entering screen. Trade away list bear. Add player or pick. Add player or add player. Add player or pick. Entering trade list. J. Johnson CBA. E. Jackson FS 82 overall cap hit $13.1M. Entering trade for list Bengals. You have 3 options. Add player or pick is selected. Entering undefined M will Titus Dale M will undefined overall cap. Press options button to submit the and add player or pick. Add player or pick. 2025 NFL Draft Round 1 Pick 31. Trade away. Trade for list Bengals. You have 3 options. 2025 NF. Trade for list Bills. You have 3 options. Add player or pick to select. Add player or pick. And undefined. Jake Behan and McLeod CB and Stanley QB 53. Undefined overall cap hit 0. Press options but entering add player or pick. Add player or pick. 2025 NFL Draft Round 1 Pick 25. Add player or pick. Trade for list Broncos. You have 3 options. Add player or pick. Entering trade list screen. Trade for left filter Broncos. Right filter draft. Left filter Broncos. Right filter QB. You have 4 options. R. Wilson QB 80. Entering trade for list Broncos. You have 3 options. Add player or pick is selected. Trade for list Browns. You have 3 options. Trade for list Buccaneers. You have 3 options. Trade for list Cardinals. You have 3 options. Trade for list Chargers. You have 3 options. Trade for list Chiefs. You have 3 options. Trade for list Colts. You have 3 options. Trade for list Commanders. You have 3 options. Trade for list Cowboys. You have 3 options. Trade for list Dolphins. You have 3. Trade for list Eagles. You have 3 options. Undefined. T. Jackson. C. Undefined overall. Press option. Enter. Add player. 2025 NFL Draft Round 1 Pick 19. Trade away list Bears. You entering. Yes. Entering trade decline screen. Trade away add player or pick. Entering undefined. TC me and C Avery S Kamarla 50. Undefined overall cap. Undefined 2020 E Jackson FSA 2025 NFL Draft Round 1 Pick 7. Entering. Yes. Entering trade accepted screen. Entering trade center screen. Entering weeks. Entering franchise hub screen home.
New notification.
Well, unfortunately, I would have to say it's the same as Madden 22. Simulating through the season, the draft class, starting a player, kind of figuring out who they are, what they are. If you want to re-sign one of your players, it still doesn't read any of that stuff. It's the same accessibility as it is in Madden 22. The only difference is the game is a lot louder in your headset. You kind of have to adjust. You probably have to adjust, according to your liking, but you would have to really lower down the in-game speakers and all that good stuff because otherwise you won't be able to hear the fucking playbook at all. With the crowd being loud, yelling, and whatnot, you would have to kind of play around with your settings just to hear the playbook. Because if you have it from launch, the playbook is very, very hard to hear. But it's pretty much the same as Madden 22 as far as the accessibility features are concerned. And unfortunately, you still don't know what the hell you're doing when you're playing offense or defense. You're still playing blind. Because like I said, you can go to personnel, you can go 3 wide receivers, right? If you see someone go 3 wide receivers on a personnel, then you know you want to go nickel or something of that sort. But since you don't know what the CPU is going to be throwing out, and if you're playing against a friend of yours, it's the same thing. Visually, you can see what offense they're going to run, right? 3 wide receivers or whatever. And then you can adjust your defense accordingly. You still can't do that here because unfortunately, it does not read that part. So if someone goes 3 wide receivers and you're on a 3-4 defense or 4-3 defense or some missed coverage of a defense that can't cover everybody, you're going to have a mismatch somewhere, you're going to get caught. And so unfortunately, you're still playing blind. The computer does a good job of, having the coaching mode pick sort of 3 plays that the computer thinks it's going to do. But, if you're playing with someone in real life, it just doesn't read the other game plan, the other gameplay. And then it doesn't even matter.
Yes.
I mean, it doesn't even matter if you do the skill training in this because it just doesn't. It still doesn't read. It still doesn't read. You could do the passing mechanics, but unfortunately, you need vision for that because to hit the left stick, right stick, whatever, to be more intuitive with your passing, unfortunately, you need vision, and there's a green bar, a blue bar to know you're doing the pass correctly with the infield game sense, whatever the fuck they want to call it, with the passing technique. But you're still playing blind even now because it's the same thing as Madden 22 without the little manual stick being blue, green, or whatever, and being precision because you're still trying to hit your X, circle, or whatever. So, I kind of expected this for being Madden 23 and Madden 22. I think to think that it was going to change dramatically from 22 to 23 and so on and so forth. No. It's the same stuff. Commentary is the same jargon. A bit different here and there. But it's kind of the same game with a little bit of twist here and there. But other than that, it's the same game. Visually, it probably looks awesome. And mechanically, visually, for a person who has vision, this game probably looks one hell of 100% different from 23 to 22. But as a blind person and a blind gamer who plays this game, it's pretty much the same mechanics and nothing changes. But unfortunately, there's nothing new because, like I said, unfortunately, you're still playing blind. You're still playing you don't know what the computer's doing. And how can you adjust your defense or offense accordingly without not knowing what the opponent's doing? I mean, even when you're watching real life football, right? Like I keep telling people, if you're watching real life football and they see the offense going 3 wide receivers or 4 wide receivers, they're not going to play a 3-4 defense or 4-3 defense. They're going to go nickel. They're going to go, some sort of nickel coverage or some sort of nickel zone or whatever. You're not going to play 3-4-4-3 because you're going to be there'll be a mismatch somewhere. The offense has the advantage. So, unfortunately, they're not going to fix that part. Until they fix it, blind gamers like myself who likes playing Madden, you're still playing blind. You're still not going to know what the hell you're doing. You're still not going to know what the defense is running, because even that's a little bit difficult because you know what offense you're running good that the playbook reads, right? You know you're going to run or pass, right? What if you're going to do run and pass? Excuse me. What if you want to run or pass, right? And you see the defense is creeping up for a blitz, or you see the defense gonna go all out blitz or whatever. There's no way you being the offensive player, normally you could auto ball off of it. You can tell the running back not to run, to pass block, or run block or whatever. You still don't know any of that stuff because you don't know what that defense is running, right? So you're still playing blind. Unfortunately, this game is you're still playing blind. You're still guessing. You're not playing chess with the CPU or against anyone else. You're playing blind, and they get to see what you're doing, right? They'll know if you're going 3 wide receivers or whatever, so they could adjust accordingly. But unfortunately, you can't adjust accordingly because there's no visual feedback letting you know what defense or offense they're running. So this game is you're still playing blind, unfortunately. Just kind of sad. It's kind of sad.
Broadcast selected. 0 watching. Start new broadcast. Button. Press the broadcast. Broadcast. Stop broadcast.